What's going on, everybody? Marty and Evans here, and today we are on to something new. Who's up for leveling up, and who's up for leveling up on autopilot? What if you could automatically be successful? What if you knew the secrets to literally shift your reality, basically? I mean, this is like one of the coolest books ever. And Evans, can you show them the book? It's called The New Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, the original science of self-improvement and success that has changed the lives of 30 million people. So, and
That's a lot of people.
that's a lot of people. Probably more than 30 million at this point, given that it was originally written a good chunk of time ago, I would reckon. So,
And let's not forget, too, that not only can it change your lives, but the things you learn in here are going to make you more successful at changing your clients' and customers' lives as well. So you get a 2-for-1. 2-for-1.
Yeah, I know that if you guys are anything like us, you're always looking for the edge. You're always looking for the thing and the core principle fundamentals of life that are just going to ripple effect throughout everything. So this is going to affect your own personal health, your own wealth, and the relationships with people around you. So I hope you guys are as excited as we are about this, because I know that I'm a mindset junkie. I know Evans is too. So Evans, let's have you lead us off today and talk about what you learned from chapter 1.
Okay, before we get started, I just want to say, I was adjusting my lights over here, so I didn't want everybody to think I was over here flexing or anything. I'm not.
He's posing. He's practicing.
Exactly. At this point, I think my daughter can beat me with her muscles. She's got more definition than I do. So
he's already got that superhero self-image in his mind already. Here we go.
Exactly. There you go. Perfect lead in. Yes. So chapter 1 is titled "The Self-Image, Your Key to Living Without Beliefs." And excuse me, I jotted down a few little notes here. We won't dive too deep into this because it is deep and it's very valuable. But what I want to bring up one is, and I meant to look this up before we jumped on, but when I was younger, I seem to remember a book on my mom's bookshelf, and it was The Power of Positive Thinking. This was like a big thing, I think, back in the 70s. So I'm sure Marty remembers all about that because he wasn't even around then, I don't think. But but it was a big deal, like the power of positive thinking. Now, I didn't dive deep into that book, but what I want to talk about is that positive thinking is not, there really is no power behind it. So hopefully the book, hopefully that was a hook, something you learned about from previous episodes, just to pull you into the book, where they then told you, hey, by the way, you can't just think positively. So that's one thing that it's a misconception that I think if we can get that out there now and people can start realizing that it's not just going to be positive thinking that's going to get your self-image change, that's going to bring more success, that's going to change your beliefs, that's going to level up your business and your personal life as well. So just remember that, the power of positive thinking. It's a failed experiment. You have to go much deeper than that, right? You have to change your self-image. What you think about yourself is what really matters. That's what this chapter is all about. So one thing that I picked up that I really like was the visualization aspect, because I know a lot of us that are listening to this, I know Marty and myself, we either participate in competitive sports of some type. It may just be going into the gym to work out. And if you've never, if you're really going for a goal, you've never like lifted a certain amount with a bench press or deadlifted a certain amount, squatted a certain amount. One of the best things you can do is visualize yourself accomplishing that as if you have already done it. So we do that a lot in the gym, but we don't do that in life. So one of the main keys is that I wrote down was visualize as if you are already that person you wish to be. So you don't sit there and say, you know, I want to be the most successful serve first fitness coach out there. You're like, I am. You have to live as if you are right now. So those are two main keys. And the last thing I want to bring up, like we said, we're just touching the surface here, but if you can take those two ideas and expand on those yourselves, it will help immensely. And the last thing I want to bring up, something that we, amazingly, I am once again referring back to previous episodes, something that we learned when we were covering the .com Secrets book, and that's modeling. Modeling successful, back then we were discussing modeling successful online funnels, online sales funnels, people that were doing things successfully online. In this instance, we're just talking about modeling someone who is already in that position, successful, that is living the type of life that you wish to live, whether it's professionally or personally or both, and then model that person. You know, don't copy them. Don't think that you have to be exactly like them. You still want to be your authentic self, but model what they're doing and how they're getting successful. So that's one of the reasons why, and I'm going to just throw this out there now, we have this free group that we've put together full of other evolved health and fitness professionals who are leveling up, because it gives you other people to look at and model what they're doing and to have that accountability factor. So I'll throw it back to you, Marty. I feel like I just covered three things really quickly, but they can put us on slow, like with their podcast, so they can drop the speed down and listen to me really slowly.
I don't know that's a good idea, because we are both from the South, and we did have a 10-minute time on purpose because, and I just got
yes.
But just to back you up on this and the power of self-image, like I remember, like I've told you guys the story, or I probably told you guys the story before, about how I lost 100 pounds to even become a health and wellness coach. It was a fight. It was a scratching, clawing fight to get there. And, you know, the biggest holdup in that process was the self-image that I have had of myself. And my body, like my physical body, my physical being, even though I was performing seemingly the right actions in reality, I was keeping a closer eye on nutrition. I don't think I was doing it right in the beginning, of course, but I was training myself. I was working out. I was doing a better job of sleeping and recovering, yet the results just were not happening because I had this mental image of myself of like, I'm the fat 100-pound overweight band director and school teacher. And I sort of kept that self-image even as I initially lost the weight, right? And since I did that, like I lost a lot of weight, and I ended up like taking a lot of muscle off the bone and burning off a lot of functional muscle, and that led to injuries down the road because the self-image I had was so negative. And even if you go back and look at some pictures of me competing in one of my amateur MMA fights, it's like my stomach looks soft. Now there is some like rebound time after your skin is like blown up and you've been fat and you come down. It's like you might have lost the weight, but it takes like pretty much like sort of like a time and a half for it to like for your skin to really shrink wrap itself around the muscle. And it should have done it by that point, but it had not yet. And I can tell you, like, just because I had that negative self-image in myself, it was slowing things down. It led to injuries. And it's pretty much a textbook case of what most people are doing wrong with their self-image. So many people are like, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. There's like 10 million things you could not want, but there's typically only like one thing that you truly want. So make sure that the way that you view yourself is the actual image you want. And it wasn't until like I go to this place in my mind and I can visualize still like there's like an ultimate form that I'm going towards. And if there's any hint of wannabe in there, it's doomed for failure. And with that, we are out of time. So let me tell you another story real quick. The other day, I was in another Facebook group where a whole bunch of personal trainers were congregating, and there was somebody in there who made a comment who said, "I'm a wannabe online trainer, and I'll have a few questions." And I responded back to him. I'm like, first, you have to lose that wannabe identity, right? I mean, if you're a wannabe online trainer, you're a wannabe personal trainer, guess what? You're not a trainer.
You are going to be a wannabe. You're going to get what your self-image is putting out there. So
nobody wants to be a wannabe at anything. You want to be the person. You want to be the dude, the girl, the chick, the whatever. Not discriminating here. So with that being said, if you are ready to lose that identity of a wannabe personal trainer, a wannabe online health and wellness coach, then let us invite you to a special group called Online Health and Wellness Business Heroes. And we have all sorts of amazing stuff in there. By now, I'm sure we probably have hours and hours of content in that Facebook group for free with a like-minded group of online health and wellness coaches who have invested in coaches themselves, the best coaches, and we're here to relay that information to you. So if you are ready to take the leap, if you want to make the money that you desire to make, if you want to spend your time in the places that you desire to spend your time in, and if you want to just create your life, you have this self-image of your life in your head and you want to bring that into reality faster than you ever thought possible, join our group. So Evans, where can they go find our group? It's free again.
That's right. It is free. I've still got the magic ink pen making it free. So they can go to Facebook, obviously, and search in the group, search in the search bar. All you have to do is type in Online Health and Wellness Business Heroes, or you go to facebook.com/groups/gear it up. That'll do it.
Right on. So with that, guys,
we'll put the link down here too, because sometimes it's hard to understand us Southern guys when we speak. So we'll put the link below for those of you who think that we speak funny. My self-image is that I speak amazingly, authentically awesome. How's that?
I reckon we'll be nice for you guys. Leave the link down in the description. So if you guys are ready to take it to the next level, hit it up. And remember, evolve.
Evolve.